Okay, bowlers, welcome to the 22nd Ebonite Lafayette Open powered by Savage Bowling TV. Quickly, we'll get things started here. I want to thank my sponsors, Ebonite, Thompson Brothers Auto Sales, McCarty Motors, Smith Drain Service, Mustang Alley, Tim Seifers, Schomer's Plumbing, Ace Fire Protection, Awards Unlimited, and Big Four Stocks. This is the last squad for your chance to pick up a pair of stocks or two from Dave. So make sure he's right here behind lanes 8 and 9 in front of the pro shop. He still has plenty of stuff in stock, so make sure you check that out. I want to thank Dave for being here. Again, $4,000 contributed into the prize fund. Also, I do want to recognize a past champion. I think it's been a while since he's been here. But down on lane number 23 and 4, our 2005 champion, Mr. Eugene LeCune. Bowlers, you'll be bowling 4 games across the entire center, skipping 2 pairs and bowling on the 3rd. You can practice on any of your pairs in your cross. The last half of practice, I'll ask you to return to your starting pair. Bowler A, again, will be keeping score for the entire pair. Please fill out the score sheets appropriately and keep those boards visible so we can come by and remove the score sheets as you finish your games. This will keep the scores and brackets updated as quick as possible. Also, bowlers, you are responsible for your own scores that are posted. If a score is turned in lower, the lower score will be official. You have to, until the completion of practice, to enter brackets. They will be games 1, 2, and 3. We have $2 and $5 brackets plus a high game pot that will pay each game and series. All of the action today is being live streamed on Savage Bowling TV. I want to thank Chad Lester for his time. Now, if you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. As your lanes will be coming on for practice. Bowlers, please return to your starting pair for the last half of practice, please.
All right, welcome back to the 2019 Ebonite Lafayette Open, the 22nd annual tournament. The final qualifying squad is in practice right now. We're going to turn it over to TJ Schmidt and Matt Ogle to call the action all the way through this squad. And it should be an entertaining squad. It looks like, I want to say, about 39 entries, if I'm counting the number of people right. Right now they're in practice, and as soon as we get into tournament play, they will take over. Matt Ogle and TJ Schmidt.
Yep. All right, guys, we are back. TJ Schmidt and Matt Ogle with you. Final round, Lafayette Open qualifying.
7 p.m.
Yes, smaller squad. A lot of guys with their last-ditch effort.
Well, we got about 36 here.
Yeah, looks like
It's like 12 pairs, 12 pairs of 3 on a pair, 36, yeah. Pretty close to that.
a couple pairs that have 4 on it.
Is there? Okay. Yeah, I see.
See a lot of familiar faces from the last squad.
Yeah. Do we have an updated standings for?
We do.
Okay. So currently the cut is minus 37. All right. Well, wow. Matt Sanders, minus 37. Still leading. Nathan.
Mikulowski
There you go.
at plus 51. I mean, man, if you post any tournament standings and you see that first place and 32nd are within 80 pins of each other, that's quite the tournament.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because there's not the one guy who goes 120 over.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
I would be willing to make a bet with you that the top 3 don't move after this squad. Would you be willing to take that?
Well, the top 5 haven't really moved.
Well, the Doty got in last squad.
Doty got in last squad, and Ryan Lakota got in last squad, but the top 10, there's only 2 people from the 330 squad.
Okay, so I'll change it. I'll give you.
I mean, the top 5, in my opinion.
I'll give you 15 over. Nobody blows 15 over this squad. You want that for a drink?
That.
That's a good bet.
That's a possibility.
That's a good bet.
That's something that Vegas would put down there.
I mean, that's where I'm coming from. I like to have the advantage. So that's eight people. 15 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 15 over. Yeah, he knows he's good, Robert. We know that. Nate, one of the nicest dudes in the world, no doubt. Who's Nate? Oh, Nathan Mikulowski. Yeah, awesome guy. Leads every year. For the last 3 years.
Not an exaggeration.
He doesn't suck either. He's a great guy and he doesn't suck.
Yeah, got a couple regional titles to his name.
Robert, yes I am. Champion for the first time this year. Some people discredit that because it was a doubles. I call it a win. It's a title.
I'd take it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Sean doesn't agree, but I carried the team. We got there in qualifying the first day together. He got us there the second day because I bailed on him, and then I got us to the. We won. That's about all I can say.
That's all there is to it.
No, Sean did a great job with that. As far as I feel like he made that more about me than anything. He never really wanted it to be about him. He did a great job. I just can't thank him enough for that. He made that the most rewarding for me as it could have been, even though it was a doubles title. That's right. It's a win. You're right. That's the way I looked at it. Just call me the nose-picking winner. I didn't know how many I needed. I just wanted to make sure I tried to strike or hit the head pin. I didn't count the score. Probably should have.
Yeah, the look on your face after you left.
I wasn't sure.
What was it? 3-6-10? What was it?
3-6-10, but the 6 fell out. I needed 8 to win.
Yeah, and that was enough.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have known that. I probably would have had different emotions. Still missing the head pin, it looks like. Yeah. Same pattern. Looks like we got Jimmy Cook, Matt Sanders, Mike Wolf.
You know, I'm seeing some
Doug
guys that
Henry.
last squad didn't try urethane that are trying urethane now to try to.
How do you think? What do you think about that? I don't think it's there.
I bowled with Ryan Burks all day
Yeah.
through a hot cell.
Yeah.
And I mean, he took advantage of the pairs that gave himself a little room that he could just have that ball see the fronts and just let it just face up. I'm watching Zach Weidman over here on 9 and 10 who kind of faded the head pin the first couple games last squad. I think he shot 2-teen. Let's see, where's he at? Zach Weidman.
Is he in the number? He's not in the number yet, huh?
Not in the number. Let me find him. He shot 214. Followed that up with a 161, which is
goodness.
the story of the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I see him now throwing looks like a purple hammer, just kind of keeping his angles in front of him, not letting the ball get too far outside of the head pin, and just controlling the mids.
Yeah, it looks like he had 2-teen, 160, 160, 130, so he struggled for sure, which is typical. I mean, when
Yep.
they're this hard.
And to start, I mean, we're going to watch him here on.
So I got a text earlier about Vu.
Yeah.
Says he was throwing 10 pounds and just moved to 12 pounds. So he's throwing a 12-pounder, a heater, right at the head pin. I'm not sure why he bowled. So
I know he shot 200 his last game, last squad.
yeah. He's currently not in the number. Yeah, he had minus 140.
Jimmy Cook off to an early double. Looks like spare strike, spare double. Jimmy looking a little more comfortable to start this set.
I'm telling you, man, this match play tomorrow is going to be very exciting. So if you're not bowling, but you want to watch, be sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be extremely exciting. There's going to be some close matches, especially with the demanding pattern. So
Yes, the oil pattern length is 45. I want to say 29 mils.
yep, that's right.
Fairly flat. I believe it's like a 1.8-ish, 1.5 to 1, Chad's telling me. So, I mean, it's flat. You have to create your hold and your length just based on the angle that you choose. Like Matt and I talked a little last set. It's all about
Pick your
that
poison.
Exactly. You can throw it in 8 different areas, but you have to pick a spot, commit to it.
And make great shots.
Yes.
Michael, Matt Sanders is bowling, but Mark Sullivan is not.
Matt Sanders is not
He is
bowling.
not bowling.
He went home.
Did he? Okay. Well, I thought he was going to bowl again.
He's gonna take the gamble that no one's gonna beat him.
Oh, 37 under.
Well,
so there's a tie.
I guess he and Mark are 37.
Oh,
That would be something, wouldn't it?
yeah, so if they
I mean,
both,
yeah,
wow.
the odds are not in their favor.
No.
But
if it had to happen,
that would be something.
neither one of them are here.
They'd be coming at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to do that roll-off.
Yeah. That'd be something to watch too as well.
No, it would.
A lefty and a righty, both straight.
Yep. And then there's that bunch. So Matt Sanders and Mark Sullivan are at minus 37. Then you've got Billy Goodman, Tim Logan, and Matt Bilyeu all at minus 36.
Yeah.
And then Hunter Kempton at minus 34 and Chris Colella at minus 29. Those are the bottom 6 that are currently in the cut. Of those 6,
Man, I just don't see 6 people beating them though.
yeah, of those 6, I think there's only one
One of them bowling?
of them bowling.
Really? Wow.
So that tells me they're not sure that that number is out there for them, or they've just had it. I mean, this is mentally taxing. I mean, like,
Yeah.
to throw a good shot and then not know at all what it's going to do after it leaves your hand is
The worst feeling in the world.
makes for a long day.
Could you imagine bowling 4 squads today? 16 games. I did that the first year. First year I bowled this. Matt and TJ, tell us your experiences with the Peterson, and please leave nothing out. The Peterson. I bowled one time. I probably shouldn't say this on camera or live stream, but I was drunk the whole time. I went there knowing they were going to be hard, but decided to have a good time instead. So I just went to have a good time. But from what I remember, they're very hard. I mean, I've heard stories about how they leave pins on top of the roof, let them rain on them, cut them in half, let the water soak in on them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
run spray bottle on the lanes. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I would say I've only bowled it twice.
I've never done it competitively, I'll say that.
Yeah, the first year I did it, I would say competitively, and actually had a really good experience with it, where I actually ended up 6th that year, which,
Wow.
you know,
That's a $1,000 winner, right?
it is.
Yeah.
Same as 96th or whatever
Yeah,
that
so
year.
that's the goal is to win 1,000.
Exactly.
Whether you're first or 99th.
Yeah, obviously, first is the ultimate goal. That's 20 grand.
Or what was it?
It
Fifth?
was.
Is that what it is? Fifth?
Yeah.
Fifth is 1,000.
Fifth is where it
Yeah,
turns
fifth or-
1,000. And then
Fifth or 99th. So the fifth is 1,000, or first is 25 grand. And what's it take? 1,600? I mean, it's-
Typically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,599.
I think I was 1594 the year.
Oh.
I think it was 2012 when I did it last. Or the time before that was 2013. I had a lot of other commitments that have not allowed me to go with the group that I've wanted to go with.
So what was your strategy?
The strategy was
Kind of like right now? Hit the head pin?
Kinda. Essentially, depending on the lane, every pair I played the exact same, where I
Yeah.
threw it over what I believed to be 5th arrow, since they covered up the arrows.
Yeah, you're missing arrows, dots,
So
everything else.
So what I believed to be 5th arrow, and then I threw it at the 3-pin, and depending on how much it hooked or didn't hook, I either put hand in it or I just threw it hard.
Okay.
And that year just happened to be friendly to me.
Well, that's good.
Had a couple pairs that, you know, I would just move a board left or right if they were really really slick. I would move a couple boards right and just throw it right at the 1-3. If they were hooking a little bit, I'd move a couple left. And that was my strategy.
You finished 6th is like Christmas. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because you never know what to expect.
No, they're never the same.
No.
Especially
No,
pair
that
to
was
pair.
one where I did have a shot at the lead going into the last game. I shot 180.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous.
Yeah, 25,000. That's
Yeah,
big change.
it really is.
It's like buying a new car.
Yeah.
Well, 15 years ago it would be. New car now is like 70,000.
Yeah, the ones you buy.
Whatever.
Those trucks. I got my Altima.
Okay.
Yeah. Flat and hard. Yep, that'll work.
I don't think it matters what pound ball you throw, though. I mean, 16 or 14.
Yeah,
it's
it's all about the angle and how
absolutely.
you somewhat get the ball to go through those heavy pins.
Yeah, so they got some heavy wood, some not.
Yep.
Some pairs are, it's all a mixture.
And then you get some weird racks.
Yeah.
I swear I had one. It would have been 2013 that I bowled, where I think you could have physically taken the head pin clean in between the 2 and the 3.
I've seen a couple 2 counts this week, or today.
I have as well, and they say the couple that I've seen both picked him up.
Yeah, which is the one I saw that picked it up was pocket shot, right-hander pocket
Yep.
shot, and it just the 3 went to right to the 10.
Yep.
Couldn't believe it. And immediately I thought all those times that the 6 didn't get the 10 when 3 could have.
Yes,
Come on.
exactly. All right, so starting to look around a little bit.
Got Mike Wolf here, 2-8. Okay. Let's see. What's he
2-8.
face? Oh, he can both 2-10.
Yeah, so it needs this conversion.
Spare for 211.
Yep.
213.
And Zach, I told you earlier he was throwing urethane. He's staying clean so far. He's got 167 in the 8th. He got that early double, and then has been striking every once in a while. It all depends on when that ball decides to pick up for him. If he can get it through those first 20 feet, then it seems to roll pretty nice for him.
Yeah. Wolf got the spare there.
Wolf got the spare. So he's going to be 211 with a strike. Let's see, Zach Weidman got that first one in the 10th, so double to get into the 2 teens.
Okay. Well, like we said before, you could go 230 the first game. I did it. And still end up -9.
I mean, it's definitely helpful to shoot that good
Sure.
game early.
Give you a little cushion.
Oh, and the old 4-pin.
Ah. What Wolfie do there?
Yeah, he got 8 on the fill.
209.
410. So, yep, 209. That's a good start. See, starting to look down. I see a 207. Again, that's what Zach ended up with after that 4-pin. I see a 212 down on 5 and 6.
Man, it's hard to read these scores.
It really is.
With the coloring going on.
Another 212 possibility down there on looks like 19 and 20. The A bowler up there.
Yeah, 19. Well, C
I
bowler.
was a C bowler's got a game out there.
240 coming or 87, 60, 250 maybe? Is that 87 in the 10th there? Yeah, 87. It's like about 250.
There's a 211.
2-0. That's 200 games.
Yeah, there's some out there.
Yeah.
But we've said this in the past.
Yeah. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
240 or 50
I
first
mean-
game could still get you to -9.
Last game or last set, like we started with, we had 8 200 games game 1, and only we had like 12 game 2. So then there were 5 people that were plus, and then you go to game 3, and no one's plus.
Yeah. I didn't expect that at all.
No. Figure some of these people. I mean, there was people in the plus 30s that dropped out with just a game where they just can't seem to find it. It's just tough.
Yeah, it's not. Well, we've got to redo that. It's a little blurry.
The old selfie in the booth not doing too good.
No. You gotta let. Oh, what in the world? Here we go. I'll let it take the picture, then I'll move it. Sure.
Oh. Lane 14 right in front of us. There was 2 4-8-10. They just got the 4-8-10.
I mean, that's like just kick me in the you-know-what.
Yeah. All right, Noel Vega right in front of us on 11 and 12. punches for a nice 196. That's a
I mean, 196 is not a bad score.
no.
I'll take 4 of those, even before the squad started, and take my
Yeah.
chances. What's that? 4, 8, 16 under? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take my chance of 16 under.
Yep. 100%.
Eugene McCune's bowling the squad, isn't he?
He is. He was down on the end pair.
Okay.
Don't have a report on him.
Well, we'll find one. We'll see what he does first game here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's pretty much finishing up with that first game. There's 2 of the pairs that have 4 on them that are still bowling. The big score that we saw down on 19 and 20,
236.
236.
Yeah.
So that looks like it's the high.
That's a pretty good score. We also have Big Four Socks. David Slavin here selling socks, so he's one of our sponsors. I'd like to appreciate that. Tim Cyphers, McCarthy Motors, Smith Heating and Cooling Drain Service, Schomer's Plumbing, Thompson Brothers, and Ace Fire Protection. You know, having sponsors makes the tournament. If you don't have those sponsors, you know, you don't have the additional money or prizes to raffle off. So again, we appreciate those sponsors that help donate to this tournament to give us bowlers something to bowl.
Yeah, and in years past, we haven't seen it yet, but in years past, you know, the prize fund, he ends up paying almost double your money for just making it to the bracket.
Right.
Sometimes it's even a little more than that. But he does a great job making it worth it for the bowlers to come out. I mean,
and it's not easy to get sponsors.
No.
You know, being a tournament director myself over the last few years, it's not easy. A lot of people are timid to give out product or money to a bowling tournament. You know, they want to know what they get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Gilmore's been doing this tournament. This is the 22nd year. I mean, that takes a lot of dedication. He's turned this tournament into one of the best around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always one that I'll support. And I mean, he like I said, he just makes it worth it. I mean, Lafayette, Indiana is not necessarily close to a lot of things. I mean, an hour away from Indianapolis. I mean, you drove up from
Louisville, yeah.
You drove up from Louisville. I drove up from northern Indiana, South Bend area.
Yeah.
I mean, but I wouldn't miss it.
No, well, it's a great tournament.
It's always a grind.
Always a grind.
I was talking to Scott Gilmore earlier and trying to remember how many times the cut has ever been plus. And I think it's only been, say, Chad's telling me it's 0, maybe one time. I think last year it might have been +2. But it's like I said, just a grind. So if you're ever able to come out and bowl this event, do. I mean, you see all the fun everyone's having.
Everybody looks so happy.
Yeah, of course. You come down to the 7 o'clock squad where everyone's trying their last-ditch efforts.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Chad last night about the live stream. You know how awesome this is for bowlers that aren't bowling to be able to watch, and to be able to watch and then come out and bowl to give them a little strategy. And he was telling me that it was on regular TV for the first few years.
Yep.
Taped, but it was still on TV. So,
Yep.
I mean, how cool is that?
Oh, yeah.
The history of this tournament, for sure. That's pretty amazing. As soon as Eugene gets on a pair we can show, we will.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
like
down on
5 and 6
5 and 6, which means
We could get him on 11 and 12 here, maybe.
means he'll be on 11 and 12, so
Yeah.
we won't see him there.
Yeah.
We'll see him on his last game,
Yeah.
which is 17 and 18.
Yeah, game 4.
So once we get scores, like it's looking like everyone's officially done with their first game now. So we should be seeing scores fairly soon.
Mike Wolf playing the edge. He is leaning it off one. Just missed the headline.
Well,
That happens. I think he got it going away from him more
I
than.
say the second that you get it going to the right, playing out there.
And he is throwing it 18 miles an hour too, so he's throwing it pretty fast. That's something I noticed today. I don't know how accurate. Well, it says 23, but I don't know how accurate this is as far as the speed goes. But I thought I was throwing it slow, and it's showing me 20 miles an hour. I thought I was throwing at least 17. Then I don't guess so. It was consistent all the way through, so I guess I was.
Right. Nathan is not bowling this squad 2. He didn't want to get too greedy. He took his plus 50 and went home.
Yeah, he's going to get some rest for tomorrow and hopefully run him over and win his first Lafayette Open. He hasn't won yet, I don't believe.
No, but he finished second last year.
Yeah. I think he's finished second more than once. Which is no disrespect to him, but, you know, you got to get those breaks to win, and unfortunately for him, it hasn't gone that way yet.
Yeah, he lost to Brian Halen last year, which he's off to a good start to try to defend his title. He ended up going plus 15 in
Yeah, that's
the
pretty good.
noon squad.
Oh,
All right, so I can see Eugene's score for those wondering, and I see gutter spare, 8 spare, 6 spare. So he's got them figured out. The important part of that are all the spares.
the other important part is that he's got them figured out. Oh, Eugene.
Say, I can't see exactly what he's doing, but
Well, I watched him throw one shot a minute ago and he about fell down, so that could have been the
all right,
gutter.
so maybe it's the footing. We'll go with that for right now. But if anyone will go back 9, it'll be Eugene.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll all be high flush. Hindle Lanes, how you doing, Chris? Ooh, we just rode a 3-pin there on 11. Doug with a ring and 6. Eugene, was it rolling in that 8 there for a strike?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a strike.
Bucket
See,
coming.
told you.
See, I don't figure it out. Where did Jimmy Cook go? He's bowling again. I don't know where, but he's bowling. I saw him.
Currently
1 and 2.
23 and 24.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt to look at the scores.
That's pretty far from here. We'll check the update when we get it. Eugene bowling again. Lane 6. Oh, 4-9. I told you they were all going to be high flush.
Yep.
He's not giving the head pin away if he guttered 6 and then gutter spare, 6 spare, whatever else he did.
That's true.
How many balls did you bring, TJ?
I brought 10. And then Luke Mathis, my ball driller out of Indianapolis, brought me 4 more at the 330 squad. But
Oh boy.
I don't think I'm going to throw those. No,
Okay, you brought.
I brought 10.
How many did you use?
How many did I use? In the set that I made it, I used 3,
So did I.
including a spare ball. I used.
So you have a spare ball?
I do.
Okay.
I throw plastic at
Okay.
my spares.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't think you did. I didn't pay that much attention.
I threw a pin down halo and a pin up halo, and that was it.
Okay. I brought 9. Actually, I brought 11. 2 of them I thought I would not use. Just brought them just in case. A couple 2-inch pins. And I used 3 myself. You know, if you want to add the spare ball, that's 4, but I used 3. Oh my goodness.
589 after 2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of people here would take that after 3.
299, 290. That's a lot of strikes. You think he'll make his first spare? I guess he did. He bowed 290.
He did.
So he's got 23 out of 20.
It might have been
22.
front 11 gutter.
Could be.
We won't speculate, though.
Because he didn't shoot a spare the first game, so he had to shoot a spare the second game unless he front 11 gutter or foul.
Ooh, the old front 11 foul.
That's a Mike Dole move.
Yes, it is.
That's my holiday doubles partner. Front 11 gutter, or a foul. Front 11 foul.
Picked a good partner. He's really good on house.
Yeah. I heard he's one of the best around when it was his heyday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know the guy.
Yeah, who's that?
I don't know. Never heard of him. He was going to come up here, but he had some prior engagements. I think he had some ball demos to do. Visits pro shops. So
Been a little busier as of late,
yeah.
yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
With all
They
the
all
all
are.
the news.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, Mike Wolf, 13. You guys can't see him, but that's my roommate on tour, Mike Wolf. He's bowling 115.
Mr. Talkative.
230, yeah, not really. He loves to give high fives, too. 235, if he strikes out, he's in the 8th frame here. He is playing the edge. That's his go-to move, though. He loves it. He is the Cheetah Champion League Pattern Ultimate Scoring Championship champion.
I know. That was kind of a tongue twister there a little bit, huh?
He's got them all.
You just start going, and you just got to keep throwing
Yeah.
words out there.
Yeah, he's got like 6 titles, and they're all on the good patterns, where you know your ball's going to hook. Wolf's a great bowler. I watched him growing up, looked up to him, still do. He's been one of my idols for a long time. Oh.
Ouch.
Front
11, stone 7, stone 7. Well, shake that one off.
Front 11, stone 7.
So that's the 299.
New
and then
game.
Stone 7 again to start.
Next 11.
Oops.
Wow, that's a bad rack. He's missed 2 shots already. So he's got 22 out of 24 strikes, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So if he goes the next 12, he's going to have 34 out of 36 strikes. There goes Wolfie. Needs the next 3 for a 230. 33.
That would be large.
34 out of 36 strikes. To know that you never, well, I don't know how he shot his 7 pins, but stone 7s. I mean, I would say he's left-handed, wouldn't you? Would you agree with that? Stone 7, stone 7. 220. Yeah, is he left-handed or right-handed, Chris? I'm gonna say he's left-handed.
That would have been my guess.
It's real hard to go stone 7 back-to-back right-handed. So he used his spare ball once. So you ball. Let's say he strikes out for 300. He balls 889.
Yep.
And he uses spare ball 1 time.
Yep.
I wonder what that's like. What's the most you've had in a row before? I think I've had 22 in a row. It's like the last 11, front 11 or something like that.
He is a lefty. We were right.
Yeah. I was going to be impressed if he was right-handed.
And Chris has had an 868. That's a lot.
Impressed as in he left the stone 7 twice. Not that the left-hander can't bowl 589.
Nice clarification.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to be back-to-back stone 7s as a right-hander is hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Strike spare to start game 3. So he's got 280 left. He can bowl 869. That's still a lot.
Yep.
Zach Weedman on 16.
Ah.
Oh, 2-4-10.
That just goes back to right there. Try to open it up because he was seeing it too early with that urethane ball. He opens it up, it sees it early, and then it has nothing down lane.
Is that what he's throwing urethane?
Yep,
Yeah.
still throwing urethane.
All right, here goes.
That's a good spare.
He made it.
That's a
Okay.
game saver there.
Yeah,
That's
for sure. If you can make those, you got to make them.
yes. That's one you gotta take advantage
Take
of.
a chance at making.
Yes.
Yeah. Whether you wrap the
Try to
two
get a
around the
double.
10 or, yeah.
Yep. Now he's got to try to come back here and
Yeah.
get focused, get himself a double.
Yeah. Wolfie playing the edge. Oh, we missed that pin. You know before he gets to the arrows if he's gonna hit
Yep.
the head pin or
You
not.
can just
See the direction.
he washed out, so he needs spare to be in the 200s.
This
Open will be 199.
This is one of those times where you wrap the 1 around the 10, and you get really mad
Yeah.
about it.
All right, we got game 1 scores, and kind of like what we were thinking.
Oh, he made it
again. 8 people plus.
What had happened the last block? 8 people.
That's
plus?
what happened last block.
Yeah.
8 people were plus to start the first or last block.
In game 3, nobody was plus.
Right. So here we are. Top 5. Well, I'll just read you the top 10. Noah Gallegos, 236. Hunter Glaze, 217. Michael Jaczynski, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. 212.
Jaczynski.
Sounds about right. Sean, is it Bibby or Bybee?
I don't know. We'll go with Bibby.
All right, I like it. 211, Mike Wolf, 209.
Well, 212.
And he just shot 212,
He
so
was
he's going to
asking
be
me-
21 over.
He was asking me why he should bowl again. He's 21 over. Come on, man. Go ahead. Sorry.
And then Zach Weidman, 207.
Yeah.
David Clemens, 205. Hunter Kempton, 203. Noel Vega, 196. And Luke Mathis, 194.
Eugene McCune with 181. He's in 14th. Jimmy Cookbold 140.
And it looks like Eugene got up in the 10th and got the first one. Needs the next two to be at 177. So, I mean, he's minimum minus 50 at this point.
Yeah.
So he's got some work to do these last two.
Yeah, it's not a good position to be in.
No. I mean, without going through the results, because I'm not going to do that, I can't imagine there are many people that were minus 40 or more after 2 games that came back and made the cut.
Zach Doty.
He would be, yes. Zach Doty, yeah, his last 2 games, I mean, he was still only minus 20 after 2.
No, about 230. So,
I mean, he went 214, 247 his last 2.
27, 29, 30. So this one here, Ryan Lakota.
Yeah,
That's the one I was
Ryan
talking
Lakota.
about.
Yeah,
He was 30 under.
he was
37.
30 under. Yep, 30. Yeah, like 36 under.
Yeah.
Going into the last game, she was 247.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
I mean,
hard to
there's not many that had the big game at the end.
So
Here's
hard
another
to
one. Jesse Gibson. He's minus 4 right now, and he shot 247 his last game. So that's pretty big. He was minus 43 going into that.
Eugene has it figured out.
Yep, that's what he does.
Giving everybody a start.
Yeah, so he's going to be right in front of us this next game, so
I mean, he could easily pop off 240 here.
yes,
I don't know
agreed.
how easy it would be, but if he plays his A game, I think he could do it.
If he finds a little room,
If he did what Wolf was doing, just jacking it right up 5, right at the head pin, you know how his speed is. He can do that. Eugene's a master player, just piping him at the head pin.
that he is. I watched him shoot 870 for his last 3 games at a regional on Cheetah. This would have probably been 4 years ago.
Well, the Rockets at the head pin, right?
At Pro Bowl West in Fort Wayne.
Wow.
Let's see, I'm going to check this ball out that Zach Weidman just threw. I don't know if he's still throwing your thing, because after he made that, it looks like he did switch to reactive. He did make the switch.
The 2-8-10.
2-8-10. And so you don't know if that's a ball reading early thing or,
It's hard to say right now.
I mean,
With it only being the
little
second
backup
game.
ball? No. Well, we'll let you know what he ends up doing, trying to make that big move, because he ended up shooting 166.
Yeah, I agree with you, Robert. It should be moving right, throwing it 100. But bowlers don't always make the correct decisions. And I'm not saying that's a correct decision, but it seems legit with his game.
So it looks like Zach actually moved right and went straighter. I know you can't see it right now. He just,
Is that with the same reactive ball, you think?
yes.
Oh, yeah, guess so.
And so he can strike out. He needs this next one to get me into the 170s. It's just, like we've been saying all along, it's just 2 frames can take you completely out of this tournament.
Yeah, especially if they compound together. They're back-to-back. You think about it for 2 more frames, then you've wasted 4 frames.
And then a 9-pin, a smash 9-pin. When you know you got to have it.
That's brutal. Eugene McKean looks the same as he did 15 years ago. I'll say that as a compliment. He doesn't look like he's changed at all.
No, not at all.
He is ready to go too.
All right, we'll see. We'll see
he's
what the
still
move is.
left.
The move is he's going left. Going over 25 and placking a 10.
He looked very happy about it too. Sarcastically saying that.
People are finishing up their second game. Some have started their third. But yeah, it looks like about right now half the pairs are starting their third game while the other half are finishing them up. So a little bit of a lull. As far as the pairs that we're watching, they are in the 10th and 8th frames. Let's see, 7 and 8 are in the 10th. 9 and 10 are in the 8th.
That's just strike for Eugene there, playing in. I just can't believe that nobody has bowled 250 or 260.
Yeah, we were
Except
saying
for one
earlier,
person.
256 has been the high game for the entire tournament.
That is crazy. Let's say we've had, what, 100 entries, 120 entries so
More
far?
than that.
For
We're close to 200. We're closing in on it, right? Is that what? So we're right around the 200 entry mark.
well, let's say 3 squads, though. Let's say 150 at 4 games. That's
600
600
games. And 256 is the highest.
How crazy is that?
There have been a couple 240s that I've seen. I bet a handful of 240s.
600 games. There's been 1 250. I mean, that just blows my mind.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't matter if you find a pair that's even opened up. It's the fact that it wasn't.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Wolf just scouted the 6 pin.
Oh boy.
Pocket 6 pin, scout the 6. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, it's one of those things. Like, it's so pair to pair that let's just say there is a pair that's set up perfect. Well, you got to hope that you guess right starting at game 1 to make that move. And if you guess wrong, though, then you've thrown away 2 frames trying to figure out where it is.
Yeah. It's just
game 4 today, I shoot 236 with a washout the first frame because I made a move thinking like how you're supposed to follow a long pattern, make a little move left.
Yeah.
And then my ball squirts and I leave a washout and then go back right and there's something there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We got Joe Massey down here on lane 8. Got a 3-bagger going into the 10th. He gets the first one.
Oh boy.
Let's see what's going on here. He's on lane 8 in the blue.
Well, 202
Yeah, can get to 202.
with a 5-bagger.
First game he had 186. So I mean that's a good save if he can get there. Oh,
Cloud, you got him. Way to go, DJ.
I know.
Nice guy you are. Yeah, Brian, I agree with you. Everybody should have surface in their hand to break them down, but they have to play in the same area of the lane. Not everybody's doing that. You know, playing like me and TJ talked earlier about playing right up 5, outside of 5 in practice the first game. If everybody did that on every pair, on every lane, scores would probably be a little bit higher. But in fact, they don't do that. You know, guys are playing 20, 25 first game with surface, and the guys that played to the right get to those pairs, and we got to quickly struggle to figure it out, and it doesn't happen.
Well, and there's also a difference between surface and a dumb amount of surface.
Over surface, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen many 500 pads, 360 pads out. It's not necessary. The fronts have so much built-in friction in them anyway, where you have to have a ball that sees the mid lane, but is clean enough to at least get through the first 15, 20 feet.
Right.
So having that surface helps you down lane, but it's more hindering at the very beginning because the fronts go away so much. So, I mean, I never had anything with more than 1,000 on it. And even at that, it's not a new 1,000 pad that I ever used.
Yeah. Well, with my speed, I've got a fresh 1,000 out to use, but I'm not going any lower than that. Eugene with a wrap 10 there. Three, 6, 10. Oh, I missed that twice today. Playing 10 there. Eugene with a spare. Dustin Jenkins on lane 12. Right there on the right of your screen. 8 count. Did you get a little intel there from Luke?
Yeah, so I was talking to Luke Mathis. He shot, looks like, what did he shoot? Where did he go? Oh, 194 first game. He told me he just shot 160 game 2. Says he feels he's striking just as much as everybody. It's just when he doesn't strike, he
splits.
Typically leaves more than one, and they're not together.
And they've got a red circle.
Exactly. Which looks like this game he's off to a pretty good start. I mean, again, started with that open spare 3-bagger. So see if he can get on a roll and try to make a run at this cut.
Yeah, you were talking about the Peterson earlier. Went above 140. I thought I was bowling Peterson. I was like,
yeah,
man, I could throw it down the middle and bowl 180. I just bowl 140. 2 spares, 3 splits later, you bowl 140.
Right, it gets to a spot where the fronts go away, they make the front dead tight, and then there's nothing on the back because your ball has no energy.
Yeah,
and makes a long day. Oh, come on, Glenn, you can come out. Come next year.
we got a guy up front of the ball return here.
Yep, Mikey Schlebaugh. That's been his game plan
from the beginning.
From the beginning. Throw it at the right side of the 3-pin and hammer on it.
He's hammering on it for sure.
And let's see, this game, as far as how the success is going, it's strike, spare, strike, strike, and what you just saw.
A little 10-pin action to the face.
Yes.
I don't think that's the play.
I don't either, and I had that preconceived notion that how a longer pattern has played here in the past. you've not wanted to be near the track area at all. You've wanted to kind of do what everyone's doing, but it's just.
Well, what I was saying is I don't think you need to start there.
No.
Maybe 2 games, then jump away over there.
Yes.
See what happens.
There's definitely something else to the right at the beginning. I mean, and you're seeing it with the scores. I mean,
sure.
I know for a fact that both, or I guess Noah, Sean Bibby, Mike Wolf,
Yeah.
And even Zach Weidman, they were all playing fairly straight.
Yeah.
Not too much angle through the fronts.
No.
And they all shot plus the first game. Now, that's the first game, and I don't know what everyone has done. I do know a couple people struggled there. All right, Luke Mathis on a little run here.
Okay. Got him a 4-bagger?
A 5-bagger.
5-bagger.
Got himself a Yahtzee.
Yeah, 5-bagger's pretty good.
Not many of those.
I don't think. Did you have one today?
Yes.
I don't think I did.
And it was.
We're doing our best we can. Luke Mathis here on 11-12. We don't have him on. No.
No, we don't have him on
We can
camera.
let you know what happens, though.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're getting down to a spot where you're kind of just watching out for those people that you know are around the cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'll give you a funny story. We were just talking about language on the live stream. The first time I ever did live stream was with Mike Flanagan at the Holiday Doubles.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
No.
Okay, well,
I don't.
you probably don't, but I was on live stream. I had probably had, I don't know, 10 vodka and orange juices, the big tall ones. I mean, I had cups stacked everywhere.
Right.
I think I said the F-bomb like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, boy.
I excused myself from the live stream and told
Good call.
him. And
Good
told
call.
him,
Oh, boy.
oh, hook a lot. Luke Mathis with the 1-2-8. Missed the head pin. Quick to the right. But I excused myself from the live stream and said, I don't ever want to be on it again. So that was 5 years ago or so, but I think I've grown up a little bit. Luke going. Oh, you got it. Okay.
All right, Luke with the spare in the 8th. So he's got 165 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. So he's looking good this game, trying to get back to in that contention area. So as you've seen the last 2 shots, it looks like Mikey is struck. So he's at 109 in the 5th with a double.
Robert, if you look at it this way, you don't have to shoot big scores to advance. Think about it. If you shoot 200 here, you're in the top 32. That's real easy to say for me and TJ sitting here in the seats watching, as well as for you, Robert. But as me and TJ both know, not easy to do.
It is very easy to get that double and go, yes,
And then relax.
I'm now on 200 pace, and then I 2.810 because I let one go.
Yeah.
And now I'm struggling because now it's the 7th and you have 120
And you're pressing. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Luke with the big strike off the missed head pin. So 185 in the set or in the 8th with a strike in the 9th.
1-240.
Mikey with a good spare. 'Cause I don't know what Mikey shot.
Scores are lower this game.
He needs a lot of them. Looks like Jimmy Cook needs a lot of them too. He shot 143 first game.
Yeah, I saw that. He's close to our live stream, but he's not on it.
Yeah.
Looks like, no, that's not him. I think about 211 this game if he strikes out, I believe. He's in the 8th going to the 9th. And he just got 6. Yeah. Eugene with double in the 10th there to ball 220s.
Yeah, so Eugene's going to be in the...
He's going to be just above plus.
No.
Oh, his second game.
No,
right.
second game was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I say, at this point, since there's 3 bowlers and 4 bowlers, the scores, as far as when they're coming out, when we'll get to see it, we haven't seen anything after game 2 yet, and these guys in front of us are almost done with game 3, but our live stream pairs... Well, the pair that Mikey's on, so that's it was be 17, 18, but then these guys down here on 7, 8, 9, and 10, they are in the 3rd and 5th frames. So
it's a good double. What'd you have second game? $20 under, is that what you said?
yeah,
Yeah, so he's still within the number. So he's already thinking about the number going into game 4.
So as Eugene just said to us, in the 8th through the 10th was the first time he's doubled all day.
Yeah. And he had a 4-bagger.
Yes.
So he had 2 doubles.
Which is big for the old 220.
Yeah, so he could have back 5 for 220. Basically did.
Yep.
It's a 10 pin. So going into this squad, what was the number?
Going into the squad, it was 37.
We're going to have to wait till... We're not going to see game 3, though. Some are going to be done with 4. It's going to be hard to give a number without some people being done.
That's true. You might have to just listen to us a little longer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, 1, 2. So Eugene will be done with 4 before some start with game 4.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. That's all based on the number of bowlers. That's what happens when you have walk-ins. You know, nothing bad against that, but this is what it is.
You can only bowl when the arrow's on your name, right?
That's right. Correct.
So, yeah, Robert, right now the cut line is, I mean, I'm not going to be able to figure it out while we go. We just got game 2 scores put in front of us. And there are only 3 people plus after 2 games.
And there was 8, I think, the first game.
There was 8 the first game. So we've got
Wow.
Mike Wolf at plus 21.
Leader.
Noah Gallegos at plus 6. Hunter Kempton at plus 6. Now that's a good solid 2 games there. 203,
yeah.
203. Michael Jackzinski.
Jakinski.
Sure.
Jakinski. I don't know. Jakinski. I don't know.
He is minus 3. And in 4th, Sean Bibby, minus 11. Then the number that we kind of got to look at. So we are looking at, right now the cut is 37.
Oh, goodness. But look at ninth. It's 43 under.
9th is 43 under, which that's Luke, who just shot 222. So he is now going to go back up to 21 under.
Okay, so we'll go to 24 under.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So right
6.
now, I mean, based on how scoring has been, especially coming into this game 3, and then, I mean, game 4 has not been pretty either, just for a couple. I'm still really liking my hand if I'm at that 29 number.
Yeah. Wolf just bowled 213, so he's plus 34. He could get to the top
That
spot.
is huge there.
He
He has a shot. Right now the top spot is Nathan Michalowski at plus 51. Looking to become the overall qualifying leader for the 3rd year in a row.
But Wolf ends up on 1 and 2.
And there's that.
And he just opened. Way to cloud that guy. Sorry, Mike. Just bowled 190. That's so easy to do.
Please don't shoot 160.
I'll hear about it if he does. And he watches this. I'm sure Brett's listening. He'll probably tell him.
Yeah, this is very interesting here because, I mean, it's already almost to a spot where I'm not seeing any scores coming from anyone that's already lower than 50 under. I mean,
what did Eugene just bowl?
so Eugene just shot 223, so he's actually 30.
Yeah. So
He's
he
30
needs-
under.
He said he was 20, didn't he?
He did think he was 20.
Yeah. Score correction.
So, of people we know so far that I know have already finished game 3, Eugene's at minus 30. Luke Mathis is at minus 21. I'm watching Joe Massey in front of me. He's at minus 24 currently. He's up in the 7th on a double and buckets.
Your fault.
I said we were watching it. I didn't say anything about he could do anything.
Doesn't matter. You're
I'm
watching.
not taking that black cloud.
Doesn't matter. You're watching. Three cheers for the pattern guy.
Yeah, you know what? Mike Wolf is my best shot at getting to that plus 15 number. You make a good point, Brian.
That's about what it is. A little chance. We need to get Scott in here and let him talk. There he comes.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Well, we were just
Well, actually, guys, I'm going to step away here real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good seeing you. That whole being tournament director thing,
That's
He's
doesn't
being-
seem very much fun.
being called to duty. Oh, and he's back.
Okay, here he comes.
Hi, Mr. Gilmore.
All right, little tournament issue. Someone bowled on the wrong lane. I don't know what you guys were saying here during the squad, but it looks like I'm saying maybe as low as 30 under might get in here. If that's the case, it could be the lowest cut score we've had probably in 10, 15 plus years.
For sure. You know, the one thing we're seeing, we got Luke Mathis here. He shot 222 game 3, so that puts him up to minus 21. So he's got a shot. Eugene's at minus 30, so can't count him out. Of course, I see he's not necessarily starting off the best.
Right. We figured when looking at the scores, we figured Eugene was going to have to shoot 2-0 or better.
Yeah.
Right, to get in.
Right.
Luke is right there at that upper 190 region.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got about 8 pins to play with, per se.
That's not
Yeah.
a
Chris
lot.
Lolela is at minus 29.
Okay.
And then there's a little bit of a gap between him and the next closest opponent, or bowler. Keep in mind, if we do have a tie for 32nd and 3rd, we do have a one-game roll-off
That's tomorrow?
that would take place tonight if both competitors were here, or tomorrow morning.
Oh.
So
So we were talking about Matt Sanders and Mark Sullivan being 37 under. Neither one of them are here.
right. So the ruling would be we would contact both bowlers. They would have to be here. If only one showed up and the other one didn't, then the other one would forfeit and they would automatically take that spot.
Yeah.
I'd have a hard time believing
I agree.
an
Just
hour
as a-
away they're not making that trip,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Just as a for instance.
Right. So again, when they're this tough and you guys bowled, today,
Yeah.
you know what it's like when you're trying not to score watch, but you know you are, right? Now Mike Wolf's making a little bit of run here today,
Yes,
right?
We were
Yeah.
just talking about him. He's finishing on 1 and 2.
That's been a tricky pair
Yeah.
late. However, I think it's better than 3 and 4.
Okay.
3 and 4 is probably the toughest pair on the low end of the house.
Okay.
So he's probably fortunate he's on 1 and 2 rather than 3 and 4.
Yeah, it looks like.
I'm really shocked by Jimmy Cook.
Yeah.
I watched him in practice, and he struck, and then I look at his first game, and it was one in the 140s. I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, he's not doing too well.
Well, I feel like it transitions so much just even in practice. So even if you feel like you have it going into frame 1, it's already changed 3 times, and what you've been doing is not what you can
Right.
continue to do.
Right, and you don't know where those players played, and you'd have to scout 2 games before you even got there. And that's
Exactly.
going to change by then anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
That's
right?
almost impossible.
So I guess the question would be to you guys as players, looking at the scores, do you soften them up for next year? Or do you go ahead and say, listen, it's super close and every shot is so much pressure right now for guys trying to make the top 32. We are going to cash 43 players. 43 will cash today. So we'll cash 11 before we get to the top 32 on Sunday. So
I think you just leave them. They don't need to be easier. I don't think so.
No, agreed. I mean, it's always been like this. I mean, the cut, if I know and I come here and I average 200, I'm going to make the cut and have a chance.
Yeah.
you have to, as Matt, I believe, as I talked to you earlier today, you have to embrace the challenge, knowing that I'm not going to come out here and throw 4, 5, 6 in a row when I need to at all times.
You got to know that coming in, though, when you come to
spares.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Spares are absolutely 100% key in this tournament as well.
All right, well, I'm going to let you guys wrap up the broadcast here. We're about halfway done with some pairs are almost done, but a few are halfway done. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see where that cut score winds up at, guys. Great
All
job.
right. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Scott Gilmore, everyone, tournament director. He's doing a great job. Staying on top of scores.
Yeah, that's where tomorrow, again, going into match play, it's a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter. You don't care what anyone a pair away from you is doing.
Absolutely not.
You can only focus on what you can do, and you have to figure out the puzzle that is the lane that day.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the cut number is going to be.
I mean, I think he's very close in that guess. I mean, I think there's people at.
So if 28's the number, we got 2 ties.
So we got 2 people at 28.
It could be another one or 2.
Which Rob Lee and Phil Raymond. And then after that, it goes to minus 18. The minus 18 number is in. I mean, I'm thinking there's no way.
Yeah. I agree.
So now it's just will it get down to Chris Colella? Are 6 people going to beat him? Or, I mean, at this point again, after 2, there are 8 people ahead of him.
Eight people.
8 people ahead of that number that's at 29.
Okay. Oh, Joe Bailey just bought 248.
Is that game 3? So,
Yeah, game 3.
so game 3, Joe Bailey shoots 248 to go from minus 79 to minus 31. That's that puts him right back in it. I mean,
That's what we were talking about earlier. Just
Yeah.
one game. I mean,
you know,
it's just
164, 157, 248, and just like that,
Like-
he's got the second high game of the tournament
yeah.
again.
What's that? You only have to bowl once tonight. I bowled twice. Yeah, we both bowled twice. 9 under, 8 over. Oh, thank you. What time is it tomorrow? 9 o'clock. 9? Yeah. No. Is it right? I believe it's 9 o'clock. So Joe, what lane's he on? Or is he done?
And that was game 3
3.
for him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to 7 and 8.
Okay, so he's gonna be on a live stream.
Ooh, and Zach
Oh,
Weidman. So after his 214, that's not right.
No, 207, 168.
207, 168 comes back with a 242. So that's
17 over.
that puts him 17 over. Yeah, Mike Wolf game 3 with 213. So again,
40, 34,
he's into 30. Got
34 over.
Got some excited bowlers. The old gutter and the fill for 99. That's what all that excitement was about.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Cook just hustled one down the middle for a 7-pin. Like he's
had it.
packed it in.
Yep.
He's milling it in.
Tell you, Luke.
Way to go.
Luke right here.
Good job.
I know, Black Clouds.
It's your fault.
Right now he's got 134 in the 6th.
Hey, let's watch Luke. He's on a double. It's 8.
Hey, don't you worry about it.
Good job. Please don't commentate tomorrow if I'm in the finals. Look at that. Did you see that?
No, he can't. 211? 50. You want to take that? He can't take the lead, but
Give me second.
I just realized Mike Wolf had 161 in the 8th with a spare in the 9th, but it looks like he just flagged the head pin right. Could have shot 211. I don't know where that would have put him.
plus
34
44 or 45.
So he would have been right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke Mathis has got a nice little run going down.
Yeah. 230.
his
Yeah.
pair.
He's got 154 in the 7th with a spare in
He
the
still
8th.
has 230 out there, but as you know, he's more like on a 2-teen pace.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll give you some more updates as soon as we get them.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, so some changes going on. I don't think it's much of it to do with the cut number.
No.
But that 28 right there could be a roll-off.
Well, so I'm looking.
So you could get some bonus action tomorrow morning with some roll-off.
I think I'm not joking here, but it looks like Hunter Kempton shot another 203
No
for his
kidding.
3rd straight 203. Get that man a patch.
So he's not mad about that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah. As he walks by the booth, triplicate.
Jimmy Cook, 5 pins. Everybody's got their hand up.
So it looks like Noah Gallegos is he riding on this roller coaster? Goes 236, 170.
Hey, Wolf. I got a tag. Put it on there.
And then
I just got a message from Wolf. He wrote on my sheet here, BL, please. I'm pretty sure that means Bud Light. Bud Light, please. Yeah, well, I'll see you there in a little bit. We got some action to follow here. I thought he was going to sign a bowling ball and give it away.
so we got Noah Gallegos over here, just shot 218. So he's going to be plus 24 going into his last game. He's going to be right in front of us on 13-14 here.
He's still not done. There's people that are done.
Yes, there are people that are done.
I'm sorry, this is funny. This is fun just watching Jimmy pipe him down the middle. Oh.
And getting lots of 9s and strikes.
Yeah. 9 spare. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. When I bowled 140, I was like, well, I could have threw down the middle for a 9 spare, bowled 180.
All right, come on, Luke. Ooh.
You shot that?
So Luke
Oh,
shoots 196.
Yeah.
So he was at 21. Oh, boy. He is going to be at minus 25.
Well, I hope he doesn't bowl 197 to make it
I
minus 28.
think
As much as I want to see a 3 or 4
Man,
way roll,
oh man, he is.
treading thin ice,
Yes.
to say the least.
All right, so we got Joe Bailey over here on 9 and 10.
He just bowled 240, right?
He did just bowl 240. Started off with a
That's
7 pin.
Okay. Oh, you missed it.
And that's not the start you want when you're trying to make a cut here.
All right. Eugene, disgusted. I don't know.
Yep, 158.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Luke ended up at 775, so that's minus 25. That is going to be really, really close. Sounds like Mike Wolf shot 184.
So he was 34 over.
Yep.
So minus 16. So he's 18 over.
18.
Yep. 18 over. 18's plenty.
18 is,
Third, fourth, fifth, something like that.
yeah.
Eighth. But we got pairs with 3 that are just starting the last game.
Right.
I don't understand.
So right in front of us, we got Noah Gallegos, who's at this point,
Is that the two-hander?
yeah, he was, I think he's plus 20,
Where'd he go?
23.
Where'd he go? You call somebody out, they split her open. I'm putting it all on you.
I'm just
TJ.
letting the people know.
I'm putting it all on you, bud. It's probably not the first time that's happened.
Won't be the last.
No. Looks like we moved the cameras here. See,
Yeah, moving some cameras, see if we can get.
some action. So Whaley on lane 10. Another 7. Don't say it. Don't say it. Joe Bailey looking for a spare here.
That would be ideal.
No way he misses 2 of them.
No, but you look at that. A good shot, blower 7.
Yeah.
Goes back and strikes on the left lane. Throws another good shot that
Blower
very
7.
well could have struck.
Yeah.
Another blower 7, and just like that, now you're pressing. I mean, because now with the miss in the first frame,
Yeah.
I mean, you're now chasing 11 pins. You got to find them somewhere. They're hard to find out there.
The quickest way to find them is with a double. And doubles aren't easy.
But
to
when you
come
keep
by.
hitting the 1-3 and leaving 7 pins,
You're not getting doubles.
Exactly.
That gets you really frustrated.
In a hurry. He's finishing up. Zach, he just sounds like they're about to finish. Kind of where he's at.
Trying to get scores here for you guys. Got a runner here looking to. Chad's doing his best he can to get us some scores and see what we can figure out for you guys. We got 6 or so pairs finishing up. Is that Hunter?
That is Noah.
Noah, that's right.
Yes.
Noah Gallegos.
Noah Gallegos in front of us. Bowling with Sean Bibby. They just started the last game.
Yeah.
Between
They're the first ones that just started. No, wait.
So
we got another
lanes.
pair over here.
Yeah, we got another pair that's just about to start.
What is going on? I guess I got a roommate tonight since Wolf made it. Joe Bailey, lane 10. 2-4.
Okay, so it looks like Zach Weidman last game shoots a 182. So he's plenty good. He's in the plus single digit range.
So Luke Mathis is minus 25. He could be the number.
25. That
What we got?
yeah. At this point, with Luke being 25,
Yeah, so there's a
I
minus
think
18 and
if you're
28,
where the big gap is
I think that's plenty.
is between positions 24th and 25th, where we have Zach Taylor at minus 18, and then Rob Lee and Phil Raymond at 28. And so Luke ended up with that 25. And that is a dangerous number to be at for sure.
Yes. Guys are still playing out. It's, you know, it crossed my mind today to move right instead of left. Did it ever cross your mind?
It did.
Tricked you,
It
right?
doesn't make sense, but it did.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do it though, but it crossed my mind. But then you got to trap it right in the pocket, and that's not easy to do.
Right.
That monitor's out, so they just put all 3 rulers on that lane. It's just gonna take forever. They should have checked the scout first.
I don't know how I feel about that. Strike. Man, it's like I said before. You at the arrows, you know if it's going to strike. I mean, you get it going the right way.
Well, and yeah, we got Sean Bibby up on 14 that you see there in the black, just twisted. They're both between him and Noah. They're playing fairly straight.
Yeah, it's not
I mean,
something
very
we have
straight.
seen before. The last 3 squads. Doesn't look bad. Of course,
That's
yeah.
also the pair that Wolf was pointing it on
Correct.
too.
Yeah. Looks like they're all over there.
Mm-hmm. Joe Bailey finally got the 7-pin out.
Yeah.
All right, so we got numbers after 3, even though, I mean, we know most how some are faring. Let's see. Top 5. Mike Wolf, who's ended up at plus 18. Noah Gallegos, who got up to 220 or plus 24, who's bowling right in front of us.
Yeah, 35 in the third on a double.
We got Zach Weidman, who shot 180, so 182, so that actually puts him at -1.
Yeah.
So he's good. Hunter Kempton, who just threw his first ball in the last game about 2 minutes ago. You see him down there playing with the score. They've got all kinds of issues, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then you got Sean Bibby, who's at -4, who's gone, it looks
13.
like, let's see.
Looking for a double. He gets it.
There's a good double. So he's got 40 or 56 in the 4th with a double in the 5th and 6th. He and Noah are kind of cheering each other on.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's sometimes good to have another
sure.
guy in your pair that, you know, you either know or you.
Yeah, looking to both make the cut.
Exactly.
Yeah. Helps get the rally going.
No, dude, jinxed me, said, oh, 99, he said, y'all throw it in the gut, I'll throw it so much, and this guy going to the right. I said, wow.
Let's see. So Michael
I said,
Jacksinski
give me no good enough shit.
was at minus 17. He was 6th so far. Hunter Glaze, minus 18. Luke Mathis was minus 22 or 21, shot 196 his last game for that minus 25. Then Eugene, who did not fare so well his last game. And then Joe Bailey, minus 31. We're watching over here.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're
And it looks like, you know what, Joe can punch for 204 to get to minus 27.
so we need them all. He's not
And that's that magic number where it really drops off, because minus 28 through 37, there's 8 guys.
Yeah. So 20. So 27 would be about
I mean, so he needs them all here. And
ring a nickel. In the ninth. So I'm gonna say 40s are probably out. So Joe Bailey's out. Eugene, I don't know what he's doing.
Eugene, he shot 150 his last game. He's out. He's on his way home.
Yeah, so I mean it could be 28.
I mean, it's looking like, so Luke's going to stay in, because unless Joe Massey, Doug Henry.
That's about as far as you can go. They got about 250.
Exactly. Joe Massey and Doug Henry got to shoot 220s here.
They might even be done.
They might be.
I think they're done.
Yeah. So doing some quick math here with Luke here at our side. I mean, right now, if the scores are holding up like we're thinking they're going to,
Yeah.
the 25 and Luke Mathis will be the number. But
Yeah, so Joe Bailey's out, Eugene's out. No, he's in. He's in. 'Cause
yeah,
Joe
Joe
and
Massey and Doug Henry are your two.
Eugene, yeah, unknowns. No. I'd say you're in. Yeah, so he could be the number 25. But he's got some ahead of him that could fall out too.
Hi, Nathan Massey. I don't know what your dad's doing this game. I haven't seen him. I don't know if he's done yet or not. It looks like he's done. I don't know how he did.
Yeah, your boy Noah just missed a single pin.
I mean, he's got plenty of sticks to give away.
Oh, see that?
Oh, that's a killer 9-pin there.
Yeah,
I mean,
he got them all. Good. Oh boy.
so at this point, Sean is pacing 182. 182 would be minus 18, which would get him to minus 22. So,
Goodness.
I mean, he needs a couple good pitches here just to make sure that he stays in it. Sean converts the spare.
We're watching 13 or 14 here. You guys can see that on the left side of your screen.
Yeah. So right now the last two pairs. Oh, wait, Joe is still bowling. What's he got? He's got 128 in the 7th. So he can. He actually. Let's see. And flags the head pin to the right. So it looks. I mean, at this point, he can max out about, I think, 190. So Joe will be out. So we got Noah here.
Kind of safe.
Shooting at a 10 pin.
You gotta make this.
The blue shirt
Uh-oh.
over there.
Trouble. Oh,
Just enough. He's got 112 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. Like I said, at this point, Sean needs to try to clear his mind, make a couple good pitches here, and
Yeah, he
he's
just needs to
going to
stay
be
clean.
bowling tomorrow.
yeah. Stay clean. He's even. And, Sean, on the other hand, needs some work here. Strike here would be big for Sean. Anything near the pocket's a good shot. You're correct. Sean's up on 14. Good shot.
That is a good pitch there.
Yeah, especially when you need it. 182 is good. He's got to stay clean here in the 10th.
Yep.
First one would be nice. Now, Noah needs to stay clean as well.
Yes. I mean, Noah's got some pins on
Yeah,
his
but
side. I mean, he's plus 24.
We'll say two
But
breaks. Two bad breaks,
Oh, I know.
497.
I know. Yeah,
Anything
oh,
can
yeah.
happen. Missed the head pin.
Yep.
He just did. No, good shot. Okay. My bad. New squad.
It picked up.
That don't pick up in the second squad. Sean Beebe up on 13. You'll see him in the far left side of your screen in just a moment. Got his ball in his hand. He's up on the approach. You'll see him right now. He needs to stay clean, but this first hit would guarantee him a spot into the finals. And I'm pretty sure he knows it. That's a good shot.
Oh, boy. No, a little left.
Okay. Just go out.
So,
He's got to make it.
Saw it pick up a little early.
He's got to make it.
Yeah.
Big spare here. This spare and
Yeah.
count determines his final.
Yeah,
His
because at this
finals.
point,
If he makes it.
I mean, it's looking like, yes, he needs to stay, I think, 26 or better at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, he's got to make it
Because
either
I
way.
don't think Joe Massey didn't get around him. I don't think Doug Henry had a big game the last game to where at this point it's looking like 25 will be a number. Ooh.
You think he was squeezing a little bit on
A
that?
little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. He needs 10 here to be safe.
Yeah, so 10 will be 182, which would be minus 22.
Yeah.
And at this
That's
point,
20.
so I mean, and that would be in, like, right now, what it's looking like.
He needs to hit the head pin. This one goes
Yeah.
straight down the middle
So-
for me. If I knew.
So 7 here ties him with Luke.
I mean, he could 3, 6, 10 real quick.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 4. Or just throw it down the middle. He probably 10 back right here, watch. That's a good
Pretty
shot.
good. So that's minus 25.
That's a tie. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is minus 25 for Bibby. It looks like right now that's going to be the number.
Yeah.
I mean,
looks like we got a roll off. It could be tonight too.
Well, I don't think it will be necessarily
Oh, they're
a roll
the
off.
numbers. Okay. 31 and 2.
Oh, okay. So we're thinking. I mean, we won't know 100% for sure.
Yeah, this is all unofficial.
But what we're told is somebody who was in it dropped out. So it looks like
We got Noah here on 13. Oh,
I
no.
think it looks like there might be that tie we were looking for at
The
minus
28?
28, which is going to be between Rob Lee and Phil Raymond. That's looking like right now the unofficial number. I mean, there's still a couple people bowling. We've got Hunter Kempton still bowling. He's plus 9 currently.
Wow. Amazing. Need a spare here.
All right, so with 10 back here, he's at 172.
Yeah. 28.
Minus 28. He was 24. That sounds like to me it's
4 under.
minus 4.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Just doing some rough math.
You're pretty good at that rough math. And adding scores.
Let's see, what's Hunter doing? Hunter is at 48 in the third with a strike in the fourth.
That's what
All right.
that's what Sean should have done.
Yeah, just throw it right at the 3-pin,
Yeah.
right? All right, so Noah's going to be in. He shoots 171 his last game, so minus 5 overall. Hunter washed out. So let's see if we can make this here.
Yeah, camera adjustment coming here. Get you guys all the action. And ladies. Who we got on this pair? That's a good spare. I feel like Scott wants to get in here and talk. I might let him talk.
It is
I mean,
his
it
tournament.
is his tournament.
Yeah, it's allowed. Scott, you want to talk? Get in here. This is good final.
All right, we're down, TJ, to the last handful of shots here. Hunter Kempton is plus 9. Just picked up a big washout split. As you know, when you're plus 9, you got to shoot something in the high 170s, maybe low 180s to kind of secure your spot here. 25 to 29 under is going to be pretty dicey right now. I think 25 is safe.
I see Rob Lee and Phil Raymond at that 28 spot being where I see there either being a roll-off or both of them getting in.
Rob Lee and Phil, and there's a good chance that Phil might not be able to get here on time on Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
I did see that as well.
You know, I will say this. The one thing that I think tougher patterns bring out is pressure. I think when they're easy, you're very loose, right? The swing's loose. There's not a lot of pressure. You know, you just send it right, send it left, and it's going to come back. But did you see Sean's reaction on the 4-pin spare? That he literally, and Hunter just missed the 4-7. He literally wasn't sure until it actually touched the pin.
100%.
Now, what I was surprised by, I was really surprised that he didn't throw high heat. I mean, that my ball is going to missile right at the head pin.
Yeah, you can't bring that bigger number into play. I mean, knowing that you have, you have an idea of what you need to be better than. I mean, so get your 9 and get out of there.
Right, right.
Throw like you would at a 5-pin.
Well, right now, Hunter Kempton has 95 in the 6th. So
Yeah,
he is on a 190 pace right now. And I'm not 100% sure that's a safe bet right now.
No, it doesn't necessarily look like he's comfortable. I mean, you have a couple. I mean, he's had 2 washouts. He's missed a spare.
When it's just hard to free the swing. Obviously, he's two-handed. Now look at he's got a 310 and
Now he's forcing it. That's the same lane that he's washed out twice in a row, and pinches it a little left, trying to make it hook. So sometimes you see that, especially on this pattern where you're trying to make it see the friction. So you just help it just that little bit, and you can't do that.
Well, and he told himself mentally, I'm not missing right.
Exactly.
Oh, and he's back-to-back opens. 104 now in the 7th. So if he strikes out, he's at 194. Hey, we're talking to Sean Bybee here. He's looking in. Hey, I'm throwing high heat, Sean, in the field ball, man. You're a brave soul.
I was not missing.
You're a brave soul, my friend. I would not have thrown anything but a 30-mile-an-hour heater. I'd have gone back in the Andy Dole day and said this one's getting a speeding ticket. Now, if you're Hunter Kempton, who's 203, 203, 203.
It now needs to strike out for 194, but at this point, I mean, you need a double here.
How much is
at some point?
How much is he wishing that was 215, 215, 215? Just 10 pins more a game, and it just.
Oh, is that all? Just 10 pins more?
Right.
I'd like to say that that's out there, but I'm not sure that it was.
Yeah, easier said than done, right?
Exactly.
All right, once again, Scott Gilmore, TJ Schmidt, our 2013 champion here in the booth, and we're wrapping up final squad of qualifying, and boy, there's a lot of frustrated souls in here, and I mean, it's been tough. But you know what? When you're bowling for a lot of money, you don't want it to come down to, ooh, he carried 2 more times than I did in the game, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You want it to be about making the best shot, and that's what I feel like you get with this tournament. I mean, it's also more about knowing your equipment and your game. When you see something, you can be throwing a ball that no one else can make work, but you have to know what you can do, and when you see a ball do something, you need to make an adjustment right then. There's no time. And 4 games seems like a lot, but if you waste 3 frames, especially when the scoring pattern or scoring pace is this low, you can't do that.
Absolutely, and boy, if you're Hunter, mentally this game is going by so fast.
Right.
So you got to slow everything down, right?
Yep. Exactly.
I would literally probably walk to the front door and then back to the approach before I bowl again. Here he is on the right side of your screen on lane 18. Excuse me, lane 16. My apologies. And right now he can go 184 if he strikes out. So he's on a 160 pace. And right now he would need all of that and maybe then some. Oh, and he washed out again. I don't know if he necessarily has a ball reaction. I think he's just pressing, don't you think? A little?
I think there's a little bit of that. I mean, I haven't been paying attention as far as who hit those pairs to see if maybe there's early friction that he's just seeing it and it's not doing anything down lane, which makes him feel like he has to close it down like he did on the 310. So that time he trusted it, and it did nothing down lane.
Well, right now he's got to make this.
100%.
If he were to strike out, he'd shoot 178. That's 22. So that would be minus 13. He's in, right, at that point.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he missed it. He's got 160. Can he even get to 160?
No.
No, he went 2,
He's
right?
at
128, 158 is the best he can do. 42.
150.
That's 33 under. He's out.
Just like that.
Just like that. Hunter Kempton is just rolling right along, right, through 3 games, and you hit one pair that he has not been able to hit all day. All game, I should say.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, just goes to show. I mean, we're looking at these scores. He's the only person that I've seen, maybe even all day, that has had 3 200 games in a set. There's been maybe a few. Let's see.
Mike Wolf did that this
Yeah.
squad, but
Okay.
right. I know where you're
There's
going.
very few that have had 3 200 games in a set, and
I don't think anybody's had 4. Because even, I think
No.
Nathan Mikulowski had a 190 game.
he had 2 190 games, and is leading the squad.
Yeah.
Or leading the whole tournament.
You know, guys have been able to put some games together, like Joe Bailey had 248 this squad,
Exactly.
but he had that sandwiched in between, you know, a couple of 140s, and
Yep.
it just, and you got to feel for Hunter, and he's going to end up shooting.
130. It's going to be in the 136,
Well,
37.
he missed the 4-7, and that really seemed to shake him, because then
Yep.
the next shot he knew he had to make a good one on
Oh,
a lane.
exactly.
On a lane he hadn't been able to hit all game.
Yeah, so I think that actually.
That's going to conclude pretty much. I think that's going to bring back in maybe the minus 29s.
I'm almost thinking that it includes both the 28s instead of just 128.
So Kalela, who was on the fence of re-entering, could be out by 1 stick maybe.
That's what it's looking at this point, because Wolf stayed in, Noah stayed in, Weidman stayed in. Hunter dropped out. I think Michael Jacksinski.
He was 38 under, I
He
believe.
dropped out.
He dropped out.
How about Hunter Glaze?
I don't know. Luke
Luke
is probably
in.
I don't know what. Eugene had a bad game, right?
150. Yep.
Joe didn't have anything.
Joe
You know,
didn't
Joe
have
Bailey
anything.
was right there. If he
He
shoots,
was.
if he shoots 2-0, he's in.
And he shot 190
Oh.
with a couple blower sevens
Oh.
in the middle of strikes.
Oh wow.
I was talking about that with Matt, and it's the one thing you
yeah.
can't have.
Yeah, and outside of Doug Henry and Joe Massey, that was the only ones that really had a chance.
Right. So at
Going
this
in the last
point,
game.
it depends on what Hunter Glaze did. I think if Hunter Glaze fell out past that,
And then the
past
29
that
would get in.
29, then 29 would be the number. But I'm thinking right now, for sure, it's the 28s. They're going to be 31 and 2.
Which is going to make this, I believe, Chad, if your history is as good as mine on this. That's probably going to be really close as one of the lowest cut scores we've had for a long time. 27, I believe, was a cut score, and that's going back 10 to 15 years ago. Last year would have been +2. It was -7 because Shannon O'Keefe bowled the morning squad and got a guarantee, and that 4th spot was -7. But if she wasn't there, Mark Sullivan would have been in at +2. So again, it just goes up and down. You know, there's going to be a lot of attitudes and opinions on the pattern and how tough they were. But man, you know, you bring some pressure into play here, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so it looks like we said, that 28-29 number will be it.
All right, we'll post on our social media page.
How long are you going to be before you announce?
Hopefully not too long. So we could stick around, maybe talk to a few guys if you want, interview somebody if you want. I don't know who's left around.
They can hear the announcement.
So we'll stick around. We'll leave the live stream up until we get a cut score announced. Thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, scores are in. And your cut score for the top 32 is minus 29. Minus 29 gets in. Your overall number one qualifier for the third consecutive year is Nathan Michalowski at plus 51. Zach Doty, second at plus 45. Jeff Circle, third at plus 37. Michael Cottrell, Tommy T-Cats, fourth and fifth at plus 28. Gene Perez, sixth at plus 23. Mike Wolf, seventh at plus 18. Brian Halen, eighth at plus 15. Ryan Lakota, ninth at plus 11. TJ Schmidt, 10th at plus 8. Tied with Ryan Burks at plus 8. Jason Flaws, 12th at plus 5. Ryan Stubblefield is 13th at plus 4. Tied with J.R. Raymond at plus 4. Aaron McCormick tied at plus 4. Scott Schmall, plus 3 and 16th. John Burbage, 17th at even. Zach Tackett, 18th at minus 1, tied with Zach Weidman. Cameron Clark, 20th at minus 3. Jesse Gibson, Aaron Jones, tied for minus 4. 23rd, Noah Gallegos, minus 5. 24th, Jackson Cross at minus 7. Matt Ogle, 25th at minus 9. Thomas Smith, 26th at minus 17. Zach Taylor, minus 18. 28, Luke Mathis at 25 under, tied with Sean Bybee. Rob Lee, 30th at minus 28. Phil Raymond, tied at minus 28. And then Chris Colela is your cut number at minus 29. All ties in your seating are done by high gain of your set. That will be the tiebreaker. So that will determine who you bowl tomorrow morning. Practice starts at 8:45 sharp. First ball for your match will begin at 9 a.m. If you're not here at 9 a.m., you'll be taking zeros. Best 2 out of 3 on Sunday morning. There is a paddock. Behind the men's restroom in the locker room. You may leave your stuff there. They'll have breakfast here in the morning if you're interested in eating breakfast here in the morning, so feel free to come in 7:30, 8 o'clock for that. Also, we are paying 43 spots, low to cash, minus 42. Joe Massey is your low to cash. 33rd through 43rd pays $150 each. First round losers tomorrow, guaranteed $300. That's why this tournament succeeds. It's probably the best prize fund around. So $300 for first round losers. Tomorrow morning, practice 8:45. You may leave your stuff inside the locker room that's behind through the men's restroom. I'm sure my wife is paying brackets behind